we're gonna change its settings. First, we're gonna turn the shadows on. For the intensity, I'm gonna change it to 0.6. Make a test render. I guess it's quite okay. Still, I'm gonna turn on the decay for the light. It's gonna cause it to spread not so much. There's the ring. This blue ring indicates the range of the light, so I'm gonna put it right about here, and let's make another test render. Maybe push it a little bit backwards. Oops. Render it again. And maybe introduce a little bit more light. So I'm gonna change it to 0.75. Okay, I guess that looks pretty good. And we have soft shadows around the letters. So the next thing to do is we're gonna add our p-flow. I'm gonna press 6 on the keyboard, and the particle flow menu will pop out. I'm gonna remove the depot and description so we have a little more space to work with. I'm gonna right click, new, and I'm gonna add empty flow. Then I'm gonna add a bullet event, connect the two pieces, and append operator, position object, and append operator delete. I'm just right clicking on the event panel, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, so I'm gonna change the display color to our particles to white so we can see them better. And for the bullet, I'm gonna change our image stop to 0 and the amount to 5000. Then for the position object, I'm gonna add our text, and for the delete, I'm gonna set it to by particle age and add about 120 frames with a 10 frame variation. If we have our particles here, I'm gonna zoom it. I just pressed Alt and W, that maximizes our viewport. So if we scrub through the timeline, you'll see that although I introduced the delete operator, nothing's happening. That's because we have only 100 frames, and we need to introduce a little bit more. I'm gonna go to this panel here, and I'm gonna change the length to 150. Click OK. If we scrub now, you can see that after 120 frames, the particles start to disappear. Okay, another quick tip: if we have a slower machine, let me select. I pressed H on the keyboard so I can select the objects, and from the scene I'm gonna select the p-flow source, And if we go to the modify panel, we can change the quantity multiplier that changes the particles inside of our preview window. And as for now it's set to 50%, but if you have a slow machine and a heavier scene as well, you might want to change it to 10. That's gonna speed up the things. So what we're gonna do now is, oops, I changed the render percentage. So let's make a film effects container. So let's go to the create panel, film effects, and I'm gonna switch to my top view, and it's gonna be right about this size. So the next thing we're gonna do is we need to introduce a particle source. So from the helpers menu, I'm gonna create a particle source. You can put it wherever you want. So let's make it this big so we can see it. And I'm gonna pick my particle flow source. Okay. Now, if we press Ctrl Shift and F, the film effects user interface will show up. And let's start from the general tab. I'm gonna set my spacing to 1. Then under the simulation tab, we're gonna set the quality to 10. We'll change the maximum iterations to 80. And then we're gonna introduce a little bit of turbulence, about 0.2, 15 for 7 frames, and we'll crank up the detail to about 5. And let's go to the object source tab and pick up our source, and then under the illumination tab I'm gonna pick up our lights like this. Okay, so I guess we're ready to render a test simulation, so I'm gonna press start simulation. Yep, I forgot to stop the fuel. We don't need any fuel because we only want the smoke to simulate, so I guess this will be okay now. Let's make another simulation tab. Now let's make a test render just to see how does it look. As for now, the smoke is too thick, and also it's raising too high. So what we're gonna do now is change a bit the settings. So I'm gonna lower the buoyancy to about 0.3, let's say. And under the rendering panel, we'll click off the fire because we don't need it. And we're gonna reduce the opacity of the smoke a lot to about 0.2, let's say. Now let's make another simulation with these settings. Okay, I guess that's okay. Let's make another test render. As for now, it looks a lot better. Still, we need to add some more resolution to it and play a bit with the opacity. So in order to get more resolution, we need to reduce the voxel size. And for this, we need to change the spacing to a lower value. Still, if we change it a lot, if you can see down here, it's showing how much memory will it use. And the lower the value of the spacing, the bigger the render time will be. And let's say if I set it to 0.2 and I press simulate, you'll see that it's simulating one frame for quite a lot of time, and sometimes we don't have this time for the simulation, so there is a little workaround, and this is fluid mapping. And basically what fluid mapping is, it's a procedural texture applied over the simulation. Just imagine a big map of fractional noise applied over the simulation, and in this way it's improving the quality of the final simulation. So what we need to do is to introduce the fluid mapping. I'll just have to resize my film effects panel. It's at the bottom, so there it is. It's under the simulation tab. We'll have to click